even, there were those images where he was blocked from accessing the podium. He was still struggling to, access the podium, even while wearing this Tinubu's cap. So for me, I see him as someone that is very loyal, right, to Tinubu. So I think I feel that this is part of a larger plan. Maybe they discuss about it. He's just sacrificing himself to create room for whatever strategy Tinubu has in 2027. Because Tinubu is under a lot of pressure now, from what I can tell you or from what I can see. He's under a lot of pressure, so he's trying to see how he can make a lot of concession, create room for new people to come in, maybe for him to be able to reward new people. I think Tinubu is going to drop his current vice president, right? He's going to bring in a new vice presidential running mate in 2027. So I think this is all the broader context as to what is going on, like the whole restructuring. There's already a lot of speculation that they are trying to create room for Kwankwaso. You know that Gaganuja and Kwankwaso are political enemies now. So Assad, Assad probably a few days ago or weeks ago, everybody does understand that the two of them are not, in the best of terms ever since they fell out. So maybe Tinubu has probably, talked to him and said, okay, you know what, we have to win 2027, because you have to understand, as you are planning, them too, they are also planning. And this is what he's good at too. So maybe they have agreed and said, we have to sacrifice you so that we create room for a new block so that they can be able to join. Maybe he's trying to get Kano in or whatever. So, but for me, I will not really, Roy, I will not really speculate much. First, let me watch the fallout of this resignation. If it has anything to do with two of them falling out, probably at some point you will hear that he has left the party. He's now, he will start saying things to show that he's not happy, just the way, most people that left the party came out and started criticizing the party and the government. So that would then give us more clue as to if his leaving the party had to do with anything like a fallout with Tinubu. But I personally don't think there is any fallout with Tinubu. That is my personal opinion. I think they are still in good terms, but they are just trying to play a political game. Over to you, Ron.
Thank you very much, Dr. Udo. I think that is a very good angle and perspective to look at it. And by and large, we will find out a lot more things as the days roll by. Thank you very much. Michael.
Sorry, Roy. Sorry, Roy. I want to ask
Yeah,
because
okay.
I want to ask a question. Sorry, Michael, don't be angry. Just a question. Is it that he has left the party or he resigned as chairman of the party? Please, there are two different things. Let's clear the air, please.
Dr. Udo, do you want to answer that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So as of now, what we know is that he has resigned as the chairman of the party. And don't forget the images that we saw. I think we also saw the video. If you check Twitter, the video of the swearing in of the new acting chairman, he was there live, present, to witness the swearing of the acting chairman who just took over from him. And he was sitting down there. If I'm not mistaken, he was still wearing that Tinubu's cap in that particular swearing in. So what I know is that he only resigned as the chairman. He did not leave the party. So that is why I'm saying that it is too early to speculate if there is a falling out between him and Tinubu. I don't think they have fallen out. That is my own personal opinion. I don't want to be misquoted. But that is my personal opinion, because from what I'm seeing from the image of this swearing in of the new acting chairman, he was present there. So that means he's part of the whole grand plan. And for me, I don't really think he has much choice to leave or fall out with Tinubu, because Tinubu already has enough to use against him. He's someone that the EFCC should have arrested by now, if not for the fact that he is with Tinubu. So, if he falls out with Tinubu, he doesn't have any leg to stand, right? He will just crush him. So I think he's still going to be in the party. It's just that probably Tinubu has told him, look, this is part of my broad.
Sorry, Dr. Odo. I was trying to bring people up and I mistakenly muted you. Please go on.
Yes. Yeah, okay, all right. I'm done. So I'm saying that my own thinking, I might be wrong. I think he's still part of the party and still a loyalist of Bola Ahmed Tinubu until he comes out and say otherwise. I think he's still part of, Tinubu's bloc, as in Tinubu's, this thing. He's still part of his inner circles. Over to you, Roy.
Thank you very much. That's is from someone who has watched the the everything that is happening, and as from his description, you can tell that he saw Ganduje during the handover, sort of, with the acting chairman. He still stayed there, and he even told us about the fact that he was still wearing the signature cap of on your mandate. So that doesn't tell us that there's been a falling out. Let's take it as they've told us so far until we know better. Um, there's nobody raising their hands to speak.
Yeah,
Michael,
it's
you
my,
raised
it's
your hand.
my,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, Mike.
I was just about to speak. Yeah, well, yeah. Thank you, Roy, and yeah, thank you. I was on the mindset space before, we
So
came over
my,
here. So yeah,
yeah, it's on the listener session, so maybe you bring him up.
okay. Can I go on?
Yeah, you can
Please,
go on.
Michael.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. So yeah, just wanted to put a few words in the conversation. So first of all, let me talk about the president. So each time we having conversation, we're talking about Nigeria and the presidency and the politics and things like that. We always referring to the president as the master strategist. I know when it comes to politics, he's pretty good at it, though he's not good at the leadership itself. But the game, yes, he have quite enormous ideas, when it comes to playing politics. But let us also look at it on the other hand. It's difficult not to be that powerful when you amass such wealth. You're sitting on Lagos wealth before he turns before he became the president. So he pretty much has all it takes to be as powerful as it is. But for me, whenever I hear these master strategies of a thing, I just look at it as master strategies when it comes to rigging and buying people over. It's not necessarily being strategic, in delivering good governance to your people. So I just wanted to put that out there. Then secondly, regarding the resignation, personally, I think this is just part of the game. It's not like a proper resignation, like when there's a sort of a fallout. I personally feel it's part of their game to bring in more people because it's obvious that there's a bit of what's the word? A bit of should I call it a fight between between Ganduje and Kwankwaso and few political heavyweight in Kano State. So I personally feel like this was just an opportunity to create a space for those individuals to come in. So it's not like a fallout, in my opinion. So, and the last thing I'll say, I want to talk about the coalition. I just wish, we shouldn't allow this to be a sort of a discouragement or something to say, okay, it seemed like there's a fire, a fire in their camp. Let us not deter. Let's continue whatever we are doing. Those discussing for the coalition, let them continue to discussion, planning whatever they are planning. Um, let's not get distracted because some of the things are, feel. I've read a couple of tweets, people saying, oh, there's a confusion in their camp. We are very quick at saying things like that and get distracted. Yes, that's the word I was looking for, and get distracted from doing what we need to do to kick these guys out of power come 2027. So while the coalition is still busy discussing, also the Nigerian people, you and I on spaces, discussing, talking, let us find a way to also, do our own private coalition, to bring as much people as we can on board, to support the coalition, and hoping come 2027, these guys will be sent packing. I mean, they've actually ruined this country. Need to leave. We need to take that power and give it to individuals who has what it takes to give Nigeria good governance. I yield the mic. Thank you.
Uh, Thank you very much, Michael. That was a very good take, and I think it's good to say everyone should tread with caution and not believe that there's trouble in the APC camp. Yes, thank you very much for that. You get it first. Please go ahead.
Good morning, Roy. Good morning, everyone. The network was so terrible today. I don't know what is happening. Thank God for coming up as a speaker. My own take is that the coalitions, they are not serious. People who are forming that coalition, they are just going about. I don't know whether they are playing games on the ruling party or on the citizen of the country. Because if it is possible for the citizen to form a coalition, they would have done for a long while, start challenging the ruling party. The ruling party are not in anywhere in disagreement. Kwankwaso coming down or resigning as a national chairman, for me, it's just like a game. For me, they are playing games on the opposition. Since they know that the oppositions are not serious, they are playing game on them. Even the coalition they want to form, they will still send members of APC top officials to go and join them to make sure they scatter the coalition. All those things they are doing just game. If you see Kwankwaso that is in Kanu, that people say Gandhiji is coming down because of Kwankwaso to be vice. I don't think Kwankwaso has that national power to pull crowd the way as Gandhiji would do it. For the past few months that he was the national chairman of APC, we see what he has done. He has scattered so many parties, bringing people, governors from other opposition parties to the ruling party, winning like two different elections. Whether they win, they didn't win, or they ring it for themselves, is winning. So I don't think Kwankwaso have that strength to do that. This is just, they are just playing game on us. For anybody who does not think that the party is serious, they just work on the Nigerians, deceiving people that they actually have a disagreement in their party. Because I can see that people are saying it's because of the tax reform bill that they signed that he resigned. Others say because Kwankwaso is coming in that he resigned. Others are saying that because of his health issue. So nobody know actually what make him to resign. And yesterday he was there when he was swearing the national vice chairman in as the acting chairman of the party. So if there is an issue with Kwankwaso, Ganduje and APC or Tinubu, he won't be there swearing in. He would have be angry and go away because people say they force him to resign, that they use the FCC to threaten him that will bring up his case. I saw those things on the timeline yesterday. I was just laughing. So I don't think there's anything like that. It's just for the opposition who are forming the coalition to be serious instead of playing game until they will allow people to just move from APC, the ruling party, to come and join them, pretending that they have leave the party, that Tinubu has betrayed them. Tinubu is a game master. He knows how to play the game, even though he doesn't know governance. He knows politics. And forming a party involves politics. So he's politicking. That's what he's doing. So to me, I don't see anything that we need to be jubilating or dancing that Gandhi is no longer there again for. So we just need to work. The coalition, the opposition forming the coalition, just need to work on themselves.
Thank you, Igede. I think that's also a very good take, and we're grateful for that. Good morning, everyone. Adeyemi, sorry, before I hand the mic to Adeyemi, I think Dr. Udo raised his hand. Dr. Udo, is that to respond or to give another perspective?
No, I just wanted to quickly respond to the point the last speaker was trying to, I think, say that Kwankwaso doesn't have the influence that Ganduje have. We shouldn't underestimate, the strength or the moves that these people are trying to make. If you know Tinubu very well, the way I know him and his political antecedent, Tinubu is someone that will make painful sacrifice to achieve what he wants to achieve. And when he finished his governorship in 2007, he wanted to go to the Senate. Then, at the same time, he wanted to anoint his successor, which was Papa Ijide, yes, sorry, his name, Papa Ijide, Fashola, right? He led to chaos within the then AC. What he did was he then stepped down. He sacrificed his Senate. And what was the name of that senator that he now allowed to, the other senator that he allowed to go, and then he was able to then stick with just his choice for the governor. Now, what I'm trying to say is that you shouldn't downplay the broader plan of 2027 in this particular stepping down of Ganduje. You cannot in any way write off Kwankwaso's influence in Kano politics and the votes that he brings. Don't forget, in 2019, the current governor, who is his son-in-law, won that election. But INEC announced it as inconclusive based on the fact that the winning margin that Baba Yusuf won was less than the council vote. So they asked for a supplementary election, which is what they used to rig that election, and then made Ganduje to return for his second term. Ganduje was a sitting governor then. Kwankwaso challenged him and defeated him. And then when they came back in 2023 on NNPP, they won again against a ruling APC in the state. So I think, and then not just he won, he got, as a presidential candidate, he got 1.4 million votes in Kano. I think Tinubu is looking at the numbers right now. Now, what I think is this. In 2023, when Tinubu ran with Shetima as vice, Shetima was only able to bring in, Shetima is from the Northeast. He was only able to win Borno State for the APC. APC lost the whole Northeast. Atiku Abubakar won the whole 5 states in the Northeast. It was only Borno that he won. So I think Tinubu is looking at the numbers that Shetima has no value he's bringing to the table. That is why he wants to drop Shetima. Because if you look at Tinubu, I think he's planning already for either he will run with against a united coalition or a divided coalition. If it's a divided coalition, all the best for him, because he's going to win before 12 o'clock. But then I think his plan now shows that he's already thinking that the coalition is going to come together. Because if you listen to him in most of his public forum, he's talking about the coalition, saying don't pay attention to them. So I think he's already thinking that it's going to be him against the coalition. And he's already thinking that it might even be Atiku he's running against. So if he look at the numbers that he lost the Northeast Atiku, why should I bring a vice presidential candidate again from the Northeast when he lost the five states in the Northeast? He was only going to be able to bring Borno. So he's already looking at the Northwest now. And who are the people in the Northwest that has the numbers, a huge chunk? Kwankwaso has the numbers. So there are already speculation that he's going to run with Kwankwaso now as his vice president. In fact, as a couple of months ago, they were already muting that he's trying to make a deal with Kwankwaso when he went to see him in Aso Rock. So let's not write off Kwankwaso's strength in all this. I think Kwankwaso has strength, and Tinubu now is looking at the Northwest where he's going to pull the number. And just before I hand you back the mic, Roy, the couple of points, just one more point that the other speaker made about, the coalition thing. I think we should not be dividing ourselves. Let us all be united. As it stands, Tinubu has made inroads already in the South. He's done with his work in the South. He's now facing the North. All this move he's making now is the North. He has taken 5 states in South. As I'm speaking to you, the Delta is now APC. Akwa Ibom is now APC. Edo just elected an APC governor, I think that was last year. all the states in the South is APC, except Cross River is APC as well. So I think the only state that is now PDP is Bayelsa. Now he has just negotiated a deal with Wiki and Fubara. I think they have been able to come to an agreement. So River State is now APC as well. If case not taken, probably that's part of the deal that they have made. So he has done the work he needed to do in the South. I think he's beginning to face the North. So let's stay united. Whosoever the coalition comes up with, let's work with that person. I think as it stands now, his greatest problem now is the North. So that is why he's trying to see how he can work out the North. But as far as the South is concerned, if election is held today, Tinubu is going to take the South. Over to you, Roy.
Roy, please, can I just say something?
Yes. Hello. Good morning. Please hold on, Patrick. If you want to speak, please raise your hand.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Please hold on, Adeni. I'm moderating it.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Dr. Udo. That was a very, very deep insights, which ordinarily we might not even look at. At the moment, the lineup of speakers, I don't know who wants to respond and who wants to speak. Field Marshal and Patrick, you have both spoken. So please let me give it to someone who hasn't spoken.
I just want to respond to Doctor.
Yeah. All right, Patrick, so go on.
Please, what Doctor said that Tinubu has the South in the back, and I'm just saying what. There's one thing I want to say. The agreement between Wike and Fubara is that Fubara will not run for 2027. That's the agreement. He will not run for 2027. And you feel that Fubara will not he will go down without a fight. Fubara is not that kind of a person. When Fubara was impeached, the first place he went to was Bayelsa to meet the governor of Bayelsa State. And the former governor of Bayelsa said Dixon is in the coalition. We cannot keep saying that anybody the coalition bring. If the coalition should bring, as he say, I maintain it again. This is the northern and saying it. That the coalition should bring Atiku a northern. You have given the election to APC. And let me tell you, if election happens today, that Peter Obi comes today, forget about the governors in the Delta State. Delta will never win APC for presidential election. They will never. I am not saying it that is a joke. They will never win APC presidential election. That's Obi's in the ticket. Delta State. The youth of Delta, I know what they did for Obi in the last election. Edo State can never win APC presidential election. Edo will not win APC presidential election. It is very certain. Edo State is even out of the picture. Edo, you don't joke who they want to vote for in presidential election. So Tinubu has no South in the bag. Sanwo-Olu was governor of Lagos State and he lost Lagos State woefully. He lost it woefully as a APC sitting governor. What are we saying? Let not be that sentiment. The coalition must produce somebody that would unseat these guys. And Rivers State is even the worst because Fubara, if the coalition is going as planned, Fubara will not play to their tune because he knows he's not coming back 2027. APC is even more divided than you can think of. All they are doing now is just they are studying the coalition to make mistake, and the coalition has known that they are watching them closely. Them too are playing to their tune just to make them feel that they are doing what they want. There's going to be big surprise in the coalition. Yep. Obi tweeted about Ganduje. You think it's a joke? He knows what he's doing. They are playing the game that Tinubu can play. So all those master planner is just because all those ones is before. The guys in the coalition are crazy, rugged people. They know what they are doing. So let's keep our fingers crossed that South is in the bag. Who South is in the bag? Yeah. I eat my mic. Oh.
Yeah. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Is that Adeni?
Yes, Adeni on the line.
Okay, please bear me 1 second. I just need to make my comment and then I'll call you up. Once somebody speaks, I will, either accept their comments or such before I give it back. Bear with me. But please, Adeyemi was here before you, so even after I do that, he will speak and then I'll come back to you. Yep.
Right, go ahead, please.
Adeyemi, please go ahead.
Okay. So, good evening, good morning, everybody. So, I just want to go with some historical facts and data because it seems like in Nigerian politics we don't usually look at the historical facts and some data. Since the presidential elections have been holding in Nigeria, except for when President Goodluck Jonathan
Oh,
succeeded
we can't hear
Yar'Adua.
him. His voice is breaking. It's
Ade,
breaking.
Ade, Adeyemi, your mic is breaking. We can barely hear you. So,
Can you
do
hear
you
me
mind?
now? Can you hear me now?
It's still about the same
It's
thing.
still the
So,
same thing. Still
you
the
can
same.
drop and come back. I will bring
Okay,
you up
what about
once you
now?
come back. Much better. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go
Hello?
ahead. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Oh my.
Go ahead. We can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Adeyemi,
We can hear you, Adeyemi.
we
Okay,
can
okay,
hear you.
okay. I
Can you
can
hear
hear
me?
you now. So I said since the presidential elections have been holding in Nigeria, except for Goodluck Jonathan that succeeded his boss and had an agreement with the North to go one term. The Nigerian presidential election has been rotating between the Southwest and the Northwest. So, from what I could deduce from that data is that if you go into an election and you don't bring in the Northwest or the Southwest, you're probably going to lose that election. You have with the Obasanjo from the Southwest, you had Shehu Shagari from the Northwest, you had the Yaradua from the Northwest, you had Buhari from the Northwest, and you have Tinubu from the Northwest. The exception, of course, was Jonathan due to the issue that happened to Yaradua. Now, somebody mentioned Kwakwaso. Yes, Kwankwaso is a force to reckon with. But for every Kwankwaso, there's also a Shekarau. Shekarau was the only person that won Kwankwaso as an incumbent governor. Kwankwaso practically lost his re-election bid in 2003 to Shekarau, and that was why he was made minister. He also lost his senatorial bid. He lost his senatorial bid against the same Shekarau. So, and I saw recently Obi met with Shekarau. They can always, bring all those people on board. If you look at the last election, Obi did poorly in Northwest. The results in Northwest were nothing to write home about. He had few figures here and there, but he did not perform well. And if you want to win in an election in Nigeria, you have to carry Northwest. What Tinubu did was to make sure that the places he couldn't pick first in Northwest, he came second. It was usually a close call between him and Atiku. Now, I just hope we should not look at. Fine, you can look at what the ruling party is doing, but don't be distracted. Like I said, and I'll keep saying, the best bet. I don't know how they want to do it. Atiku will be the El Rufais, the Amechis, and the, if it's possible, Sule Lamido. They have to sit down, plus the Shekaravus, and make sure they have a working formula. They have to work together. The moment they contest separately, it is gone. It's a done deal for Tinubu. The moment they decide not to work together, it is done. Let's don't forget that since 1999, the pure, as in the politician, this is the first time we are having a president that has been a pure politician since the SDP days of 92, 93. Obasanjo was not really a politician, military man that had to learn politics. Buhari was just an extremist and had cult followership. Yar'Adua was a lecturer before he became the governor. It was his brother that was the politician. So this is the first time, if you even notice, already in 2026, 2025, politicking has started. He has left governance. So the coalition should not be distracted, and even the followers. Oh, if it's not Obi, we will not follow. Oh, if it's not, you need to drop egos, come together, and have a common front. Thank you.
Thank you, Adeyemi, for that nice touch to the topic at hand. So, just as a reminder, what we're discussing is the implication of Ganduje's resignation and potential exit from the party, even though he hasn't done that, as we've been told today. And also, what response you think the coalition should do, or if you think you know that they have done some kind of response, if you have some kind of insider information, then that's what we're talking about. I'll hand the mic now. Michael, you've spoken, but since there's nobody,
Hello.
hello, who is that? Adeni. Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
Adeni.
Okay. I wanted to just throw one line then. Then you. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that.
Okay, please bear with me.
Okay. No
So
trouble. No trouble.
Adeni, Michael is only responding. Once he finishes his response in 1 minute, then Adeni will speak. Thank you.
Yeah. Right. Thank you. Personally, I don't know. I don't feel very comfortable when I mean this is just me talking. When we say whoever the coalition brings will support, and that doesn't mean that those that are saying it are not intelligent or not smart. They are smart and they know what they are saying. But personally, I just don't feel very comfortable with that because um, we should be looking for who who has the number to win the election. All right, because we know those in those are having conversation about the coalition. They are politicians, and all of them would prefer, we want to be the leader of the coalition, right? But who actually the Nigerian people want? All of us know who the Nigerian people want, and I'm suggesting whenever we are putting this, it's always good, to still throw in who you prefer, because sometimes these people are listening, and I believe they are also taking taking the statistics of the number of people who want to go right or go left. So it's also advisable, when we put that out there, to still throw in who you will prefer. For example, whoever that the coalition brings, I will support, but I prefer Atiku or I prefer Obi. You make it a bit specific, but when you throw it open, it simply means whoever, like whoever. Even if the person is not a presidential material, you're going to support the person just because you want to kick out President Tinubu out of power. But we'll cycle to what we were trying to avoid. I think something happened in 2015 when Buhari came into power. The focus was to kick out President Jonathan out of power, and we ended up getting into trouble. So if we just throw it open because we want to get this guy out of power, then we end up just bringing in any kind of person. So it's always advisable to be more specific. We prefer so person, but whoever that the coalition agreed to bring, we will support. I just want to throw it in. Thank you.
Uh, Thank you, Michael. I understand your point completely. You are saying instead of just saying we'll support anyone, then you are suggesting, advising people to always say who their preference is, even in the coalition. Thank you for that. Adeni, have you spoken?
Yeah, I'm here, please.
Okay, you are the one that spoke and they responded to who. I can't see any hand. Mindset,
I
do you have anything to say?
I think let me come in now.
Oh,
You've heard me
okay.
out.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. My name is Adini Wasiri. I'm equally an aide to one of the persons you guys are talking about, and I want to keep in one or two things here. I've listened to everyone, and there are things that most of us on this platform this morning don't understand, don't know very well about the coalition. But before I go into the coalition, let me quickly digress into the issue of Ganduje and what is happening in APC. What is happening in APC is for them to consolidate. They are looking at consolidation on the northwest. But being that may be, it has nothing. It has no bearing whatsoever. It cannot, and you can quote me, it cannot have any bearing on the coalition, and it cannot stop the tsunami that is coming to APC and Tinubu. You can write today's date down. and you can write this time down, that you say I said it. What is coming for APC? I can't be saying everything on air now, but what the tsunami that is coming is going to be the one that has never been seen before in Nigeria. The coalition we are having is not a coalition of political parties. It's not a coalition of Labour Party, PDP, SDP, or whatever. No. It's a coalition of leaders, political heavyweight. Both, in the APC, in the PDP, in the Labour Party, in the SDP, in the ADC, and in other political parties you might even ignore to say they are not existing. But there are people there who are powerful, who are movers and shakers. These are the people that are coming together to challenge this status quo. And what is coming, like I said, it has never been seen before. I'm a student, some of us are students of history. As a 23-year-old boy in 1992, when Hope 93 came up, when Shifem Abiola came up, he was my neighbor at Abiola Crescent in Ikeja. I worked closely with Shifem Abiola in 1992 as a young boy of 23 years old then. And I know what politics of the North entails. When the North stands for something, they go for it. When the North stand for something, they go for the jugular. And when they support you wholeheartedly. And when they tell you no, the no is no. People might talk about